So Rob is suspecting that Adam is secretly a zoophile or pro-zoophilia behind the scenes. But Adam claims that's not the case.
Yes, that's definitely the case.
At all. He's never held that position. So, is Adam...
Not publicly, but, you know, in his mind. I mean, if you get to assume the dog is consenting based on his actions, then I think it's safe to assume that you are a zoophile based on yours.
Horny fucking animals, they don't give a shit. They don't have sex and then go, oh, I wonder what he thought about me, or am I really with the right person?
You don't know if the dog thought that or not. What are you, Professor X of dogs? Okay, Gene Greyhound? You don't fucking know.
And that is what is absolutely disgusting about this. Anyway, I'm passionate about it because it's...
You're passionate about it because you want to fuck animals and you need people to let you. You're curious about the YMS stuff? Yeah, Your Movie Sucks has apparently been defending bestiality and zoophilia for over 10 years. And it looks like he's back to his old habits and defending it again. But you, dude, if you have... God damn it, I don't understand it. I don't understand why creators do this shit. If you have a channel that's clearly focused on a specific genre or thing, then only use that channel to do that specific genre or thing. Like, I don't have that. Death Witch is, that's me. My channel is just me. It's whatever the fuck I want to do. But if you got a channel like Your Movie Sucks, it's very clearly you're a movie review channel. Just review the fucking movies. Or Review Tech USA. You review tech. Just review the technology. Why are you doing drama on your tech channel? Why are you doing bestiality defense debates on your movie review channel? That's not going to end well. Nobody in your audience is there for that. They're going to get blindsided by it when they see it, and they're probably not going to be on your side if you're doing something like defending bestiality. Instead, you want to do that shit, make a second channel. And don't affiliate it with the first one at all. Make it a separate entity. Like, hey, this is my main channel. This is where I make my money. This is the channel I do for fun, where I get to debate bestiality. Or, you know, if you're Review Tech USA, I get to do drama. You know, I have a drama channel and I do reviews over here, and maybe the drama channel gets bigger than your review channel. Then you make that your money maker and you still review tech for fun. The point is, one of these things you're doing for fun and one of them you're doing for a living, but you keep them separate. It blows my mind every time I see a channel that does that, that its name implies one thing and then the content is just a different thing. Review Tech USA, Your Movie Sucks, Some Ordinary Gamers. You know, like, I'm sorry, are we doing gaming content? Or are we pretending to be an engineer and doing drama content and debates? Like, stop it. Just, channels are free to make. Just make a new channel. Easy. Like, I'll give Carl Jobs credit. Nothing about his channel hints that he's only doing speedrun content. It is just Carl Jobs. It's whatever Carl Jobs wants to do. So I'll give Carl Jobs a pass. But Mudahar, Some Ordinary Gamers, do gaming shit. Review Tech USA, review the technology, man, and shut the fuck up. Your Movie Sucks? Tell us why movies suck. And literally nothing else. But anyway, onward to Your Movie Sucks has been defending bestiality for 10 years. Somebody, same guy who, like, I'll give credit to Nick Andros. He's a good channel. I like Nick Andros. If you guys haven't subbed to him, you should. But he seems to enjoy going through decades worth of content for a creator to expose, you know, habits they have. He's the one that made the video on Mudahar, who was pretending to be an engineer for 10 years. And now you've got Your Movie Sucks, who's been defending bestiality for 10 years. So, you know, if there's any other big content creators who have been on YouTube for more than 10 years, well, Nick Andros will find your content and go through it with a fine-tooth comb. The amount of time this guy must have on his hands to do this, he's got to be doing this for a living at this point. Like, this is just insane. Man, I had trouble with a propaganda speaker I had to face with wild horns, and they're such a pain, especially the more high-form ones like the bulk horn or the bad ones. Oh, wait until you get to the vile enemies when they spawn. I had trouble with the boss on that just a minute ago because you have to pop the crystals. You have to pop crystals on them. They have crystals that spout out of them, iridium crystals, and you have to pop all of the crystals before you can damage the enemy. But the problem is the crystals grow back. So once you pop one, you have to pop them all really quickly afterward in order to damage the enemy at all. And if you take too long to pop the crystals, by the time, a lot of times for me, because the crystals also, a lot of times it seems like the crystals have more health than the boss itself. So by the time I pop all of the crystals, by the time I get to that last crystal and actually pop it, the other 3 I popped before have already grown back. And you just end up in this loop where you're not damaging the boss at all. You're just endlessly popping the crystals. It's real hard to pop them all in quick succession. Like, you got to weaken them until they're all red and then go to pop them. You can't just focus on one at a time. And sometimes they spawn in crazy locations. Like, I had a dog enemy, like a giant penguin, and he had a crystal on his paw. So it's constantly moving like this, and I'm trying to shoot it, and then he'll curl up into a ball, and now I can't hit it at all because it's inside his body. Yeah, it seems to be random where the crystals spawn on him too and when it happens. But once that element gets introduced to the game, it's such a pain in the ass. It's gotten to the point where I've actually quit out of the game and reloaded the game to reload that boss just to keep re-rolling it until I get one that doesn't have crystals. Because I hate dealing with that shit so much. Anyway, Your Movie Sucks has been debating bestiality for 10 years. If you guys can believe it. Well, you should, because it's what's happened. But take it away, Nick Andrews. Tell us about this degenerate.
Welcome, I'm Nick Andrews. If you're wondering where that big video is that I've been hyping up, I'll talk.
Yeah, the Mudahar one? Yes, I am still curious about that one and waiting for it so I can cover it on my channel, please. I gotta give these piggies their slop.
About that later. Rob's Media released a video recently showing a bunch of instances where Your Movie Sucks, YMS, or Adam has
Rob's Media, another good channel, by the way.
criticized laws criminalizing zoophilia. According to Adam, people shouldn't go to jail for engaging in what he calls non-abusive sexual contact with animals. And he reiterated the stance in his response to Rob's video.
And my position has always been that even though I would like it not to happen, even though I don't like that thing, you know, I have no interest in it, and I would prefer if other people don't do it.
Yeah, even though I would not like child sex brides to be a thing, like Ian's coach's wife, even though I would like that not to be a thing, as long as the guy that she was trafficked to doesn't abuse her, I think it should be fine. That's essentially what he's saying.
If you give me a world, you know, where no people are doing that versus a world where people are doing that, I would choose the world where no people are doing that, right? That's always been my position. However, I do find it stupid that many of our legal policies regarding this issue are not based on the welfare of the animal.
He brings up how humans regularly make sexual contact with animals, not for pleasure, but for the purpose of breeding them as part of animal husbandry or agriculture.
If somebody is doing it but has a different thought in their head, if that's not their thought, but their thought is instead, oh, this is hot, or whatever, people believe that person should be in jail. Which, if you believe that, that's fine, but just admit that you want them to be in jail for a thought crime, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's a thought crime, even though the animal can't consent. Just like, guys. I mean, that child is his bride. It's his wife. And if he's doing it for good reasons, because he loves her and he thinks it's hot, well, that's just a thought crime. He's not malicious. He's not doing it to abuse. Like, if you apply this to, like, children, like, that's what you have to do with the animal stuff. Apply it to children. Because animals are in the same position as children. They can't meaningfully consent to this in any way. So you're just assuming you're assuming the animal likes it, even though you can't tell. And you're assuming that you're not doing harm to the child, or the child would like it if only you force it upon them, then maybe they'll like it. Like, it's, why are you defending it? Like, this is so fucking gross. This guy definitely fucks dogs.
You want them to be in jail because of...
What the fuck is on your fingers, dude? Fucking freak. Of course. 20 bucks. 20 bucks right now. Says it won't be long. Once he starts getting criticism, he'll come out as trans to dodge the criticism. He's already got whatever that bullshit is on his fucking fingers. He's fruity. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What was happening in their brain, not because of the welfare of the animal, right? If it was because of the welfare of the animal, then you would also believe that other people should be in jail for doing the same thing. Again, not even considering the meat industry. Not even considering that.
Just review the movies, dude. Just review the movies. How hard is that?
His stance has always been that he's against zoophilia and bestiality. But didn't he say that animals can consent to sex with humans?
People have asked me, how is it possible for an animal to consent to a human being? And my answer was the same way it consents to another animal. Now, people have interpreted that as me saying animals want to have sex with human beings and therefore it's all good or whatever. People have interpreted that as me saying all actions, sexually towards animals are permissible because of that. That is not my position.
No, we understand your position. You think sometimes it's okay to have sex with animals, where normal people understand it's never okay to have sex with animals. That's not an okay thing, ever. Literally ever.
Things that are a part of our common knowledge in pop culture, like America's Funniest Home Videos, right? There'll be a clip of like, a woman fell down a hill, and then the dog just starts humping her. And so my response is the dog not consenting to some sort of sexual act by doing a sexual act?
No. No, it's not. It doesn't understand what it's doing. It doesn't understand that you're not consenting. The dog's essentially trying to rape you. It doesn't understand consent. That's entirely the point. The dog doesn't understand that you're not consenting to it and that you don't want it. And then you let the dog know you don't want it and you're not okay with it, and the behavior stops. That's how you curb that behavior. Because the dog doesn't understand. And you forcing yourself on the dog just because it doesn't fight back doesn't mean it wants it. It also depends on your relationship with the dog. The dog may be afraid of you. The dog may be afraid to fight back. The dog may not even know what's happening. If a child starts, grabbing at a woman's breast because he's hungry, a fucking toddler or something who's too old to breastfeed but still trying to, and he just starts grabbing at a woman's breast, woman that may not be his mom just because he thinks that's where food comes from, is he consenting because the child's not able to talk? So you have to assume that's what the child wants. Child's grabbing for her breast. He must want to have sex with her. You're just making crazy assumptions to justify what you want. That's what you're doing.
On the human, right? Sure, it's not informed consent, right? And that doesn't mean, dog's humping you, therefore you can do something else to it. I never said that. It's not informed consent. It's not my standard for consent, but it seems possible, right? It seems like they have their own version.
So animals can consent to sex with humans, but merely being able to consent isn't enough. The animal would need to be able to give informed consent, which they can't, and so therefore Adam finds zoophilia immoral. But he questions why artificial insemination, etc. is illegal, but bestiality that doesn't harm the animal is criminal. There's many angles from which you can criticize Adam's deep philosophical
Also, it depends on how you're registering harm. If you mean physical harm, if the animal's not... Okay, sure, the dog's not harmed because you gave it a blowjob. There's no penetration on your part. The dog wasn't harmed. You may have interpreted the dog got enjoyment out of it because he climaxed. But that doesn't mean the dog wasn't harmed mentally. Doesn't mean it wasn't a bad experience for him or something that, will change his relationship with you. Like, it depends on what you mean by harmed. That's the thing, is like, what's the metric you're judging this stuff on?
thinking here. In the case of Rob's Media, he compared Adam to Vosh, since Vosh liked
Fair.
to debate the ethics of pedophilia before it was revealed that he had Lolly on his computer, and more recently it came out that he had tried to groom a minor in 2017. So Rob is suspecting that Adam is secretly a zoophile or pro-zoophilia behind the scenes. But Adam claims that's not the case.
Yes, that's definitely the case.
At all. He's never held that position. So, is Adam...
Not publicly, but, you know, in his mind. I mean, if you get to assume the dog is consenting based on his actions, then I think it's safe to assume that you are a zoophile based on yours. And that if you deny it, you're just lying. My assumption must be correct because that's what your actions portray. And if you're denying it, then you're just lying to me. I mean, we're working off assumptions, right? That's how this works?
Adam like Vosh? Is he a zoophile or a zoophilia supporter? He says he isn't, but I think Adam is in denial. I think he's suffering from repressed memories. I found this old videotape which I thought was interesting. Let's check it out.
I'm not a support of animal rape. I'm a
Come
support
on.
of
Just want to pick up the loot.
consensual supporter of consensual zoophilia. I don't encourage it. I'm not gonna convince someone to try it. I've never tried it. I don't intend on ever trying it, but I recognize that people exist that will live their whole lives with the urge to do something like that, and meanwhile, while every other person on the planet gets to fulfill
nothing to
their eternal psychological, emotionally slash physically driven urges, these other people on the planet that are attracted to the wrong thing somehow aren't able to do that, despite not harming animals in any way that they wouldn't be harmed through any other non-sexual activity, you know?
10 years ago, he identified
Yeah, the insane cope and the way he's justifying it. Like, it's very clear this is what you're into. The fact that you're trying to be like, I'm not into it, I'm just trying to understand it. Okay. Okay, bud.
himself as a zoophilia supporter, and he portrayed zoophiles as victims of societal injustice. I'm going to give him some mercy. This video is from 10 years ago, but no matter what, he's lied to his audience. He either lied about never having supported zoophilia, or he's lying right now, and he actually does still support it, but he's simply learned to hide his true beliefs. What about his stance on animals' capacity for consent?
To suggest that there's no such thing as consensual human/animal sex is to be the most naive person on the fucking planet. Dogs try to hump your fucking leg. That's all the evidence I need. I don't...
What? It's not evidence of anything other than the dog's horny. The dog humping your leg doesn't mean you can have sex with it. That's not all the evidence you need that the dog is into you. What?
don't have to have sex with an animal to know that animals don't have the same type of reservations that human beings do when it comes to sex. If it feels good, they're probably okay with it. If they try to bite you or run away, that's probably a sign that they're not okay with it. So the argument that, oh, you can't tell if it's consenting or not, even though it's clearly enjoying itself. Okay, such bullshit. I can't believe people. I can't believe how much of society is just dictated by people saying, I don't like it, or ick, that's gross, or they're not a part of my tribe. It's disgusting to me. It's disgusting to me. Human-animal sex is not nearly as disgusting as the mentality that discriminates against people who have never abused animals that are attracted to animals.
I'd like to point out that
He's just completely discounting the fact that dogs have emotions and shit, or animals in general have emotions and shit, and that even though I'm not hurting it physically, or they may not be fighting or biting me, just because they don't bite you or fight back doesn't mean they're into it, and that it's not going to have an effect on them mentally. This is insane. This is just him justifying something he's definitely done before. Not that he's defending or into or thinking about. I'm going as far as to say he's fucking done this shit. He's fucked his dog. He has fucked his dog.
this is not a live stream VOD, it is a highlight. He thought he was really spitting here.
I'm sure if somebody was having sex with an animal and they were enjoying it and they got caught, I'm sure they would be able to prove that the animal's enjoying it in court. If they're allowed to just do it and record it again or something, I'm sure they'd be able to prove it if that's what they're doing. If somebody's abusing an animal and having sex with it, I am not in favor of that. But I'm just not naive enough to believe that there's no such thing as an animal that can enjoy it.
The problem is you have to explain to me how someone can have sex with an animal without abusing it. Because you keep making that distinction. If someone's having sex with an animal and not abusing it, then I don't see the problem. How do you have sex with an animal without abusing it? That's the question you now have to answer, sir. How do you not abuse the animal and also have sex with it? How do you not abuse the child and also have sex with it? Like, what is this fucking logic?
Having sex with a human being. They're just horrible.
Oh, and keep in mind, this is content he put on a movie review channel. This is the YouTuber YouMovieSucks. No one on his channel asked for this. Literally no one. No one on his channel came to him for this kind of content. What are you doing?
Horny fucking animals. They don't give a shit. They don't have sex and then go, oh, I wonder what he thought about me, or am I really with the right person?
You don't know if the dog thought that or not. What are you, Professor X of dogs? Okay, Gene Greyhound? You don't fucking know.
Or is this what I want to do with my life? Or any of the other human psychologically repressed reservations that we have. Animals don't do that. They don't think that far. They just want to ejaculate. That's all they want to do.
So in the past he believed
You don't know that either. There have been studies that show that dogs do form emotional bonds with other dogs and will get jealous. They're not just humping them because they want to get a nut and then they move on and they don't care. Like, it's crazy the assumptions you make about how you think dogs view sex, which you're using to justify us having sex with a dog. This is why humans can fuck them whenever they want, because we know this is no, you don't know that. It's the argument that Vosh makes when he was using child slavery as an example. Yes, it's that one. It's fucking that one. I mean, by this guy's logic, as long as your intentions are good and you're not trying to abuse the child, you should be able to have sex with children. Like, as long as you get your child through child sex marriage and then have sex with it, well, clearly your intentions are good. You're not abusing the child. You love the child. But if you just like, if you're just having sex with children that you like snatched up at a park, well, now that would be wrong. Like, yeah, like that's the argument he's making for animals. And when you apply it to humans, it sounds insane because it fucking is.
that a human standard of consent doesn't apply to animals. Not just that, but he claims there's no evidence that consensual human-animal interactions are psychologically harmful to the animal.
What do you mean there's no evidence? There's evidence that animals form emotional bonds both with people and with each other. That they don't just... Sex isn't just an instinctual thing for them. So if they're forming those kind of bonds, one can reasonably assume that they also have that kind of trauma related to those acts that we would have. Yeah, they have emotions, and you can emotionally damage them. That's a safe assumption to make.
We gave a shit about animals being psychologically affected, even though, A, there's no evidence to suggest that they would be negatively psychologically affected by consensual, enjoyable sex. Even if there were, you don't put people in jail for leaving a dog in a kennel when it doesn't want to be in a kennel. You don't put people in jail for feeding an animal the same food over and over again its entire life. You don't put people in jail for leaving...
They will put people in jail for leaving a dog in a kennel too long. That's animal abuse. Yes, that is a thing people can go to jail for. Also, poor diet, feeding it the wrong kind of food and forcing it to eat only the same kind of food. If that food... Yes, if they're damaging the animal, that will happen to them. Absolutely. The fuck are you on about right now?
Leaving a dog in your back porch with nowhere to go to the bathroom, leave it there for like 8 hours while you're gone to work, come back, and once you see that it pissed itself because it had nowhere to go, then you rub their fucking nose in their piss. You don't put people in jail for that, so you shouldn't put...
They can. They absolutely can. It has happened. You literally didn't Google any of this before just making the claim.
People in jail for sucking a dog's dick.
Yes, you should put people in jail for sucking a dog's dick. And the way you said that makes me think you've definitely sucked your dog's dick.
Seriously, the world is fucked up. The world is so fucked up. We eat and kill animals. We are discriminating against people, and the only reason that people hold a different standard to it is because they're attracted to something that other people aren't.
Yeah, let's use this animal kingdom analogy of yours then. Let's go ahead, all right? Animals also kill and eat each other. And do you know what I haven't seen? I've never seen a dog have sex with an animal it eats. It doesn't have sex with its food. I've never seen a pig have sex with its food. I've never seen a mountain lion. You want to go king of the fucking jungle? I've never seen a lion fucking have sex with an antelope. It doesn't do that. It kills it. It eats it. It understands food and it understands mating. What the fuck are you on about?
And that is what is absolutely disgusting about this. Anyway, I'm passionate about it because it's...
You're passionate about it because you want to fuck animals and you need people to let you.
Huge discrimination going on right now.
Are you sure there's nothing else behind this passion?
I stand by these statements. I don't... If I'm crucified for these statements, then 20 years from now, people will look back at this and be like, wow, I can't believe all these people were that stupid to crucify him for those statements.
He literally believes that zoophilia will be normalized in 10 years, and he's all for it.
I believe that by making these statements that I am on the right side of history. is all I'm saying.
He's on the right side of history.
This is what the right side of history is, guys. He's on the right side of history because in 10 years, the rest of the world will be having sex with animals, and we'll understand that the animals, in 10 years, we'll have the technology to read the animal's brain, and then we'll know that they would consent to it, that they really wanted us to fuck them all along. And all those people who didn't agree with it, I bet they'll all look stupid in 10 years when we can read the dog's mind, and then you touch the dog's dick, and the dog's like, please suck it, please suck it, please suck it. And you're like, see, he wanted it the whole time, guys. I told you the dog likes it when I suck his dick. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm not the one sucking dogs' dicks. It's this guy that reviews movies who just started uploading his defense of animal cocksucking to his movie channel.
But you already know how I feel about people who reviews movies of those types. So yeah.
No, I mean, he was a regular movie review channel. He was a regular movie review channel.
What does that mean? What kind of other movies would he?
You said those kind of movie review channels. I'm like, what do you mean?
No, I'm not a big fan of movie review channels in general.
Most of them are good and fine. This guy's a freak. Red Letter Media is awesome. There's a lot of really normal movie review channels. They're important because we don't have movie critics anymore. There's no more Siskel and Ebert. Like, all of that shit's gone. Like, this is what it is.
I don't care for that either.
So,
what I like, you might not like.
Mr. Sunday Movies, fucking hilarious. Great movie review channel, quick and concise. I often learn about movies I didn't even know existed or wanted to watch because of someone who did a funny review for it in a way that didn't spoil the movie and made me go, oh, maybe I'll check that out. It looked like it sucked, but I was wrong. Or maybe it sucked in a good way. But this guy just sucks dog dicks. So,
what? I was going to say, well, what does sucking dog dick have to do with
nothing.
movies?
It has nothing to do with reviewing movies. This is the thing I was talking about when like channels who have nothing to do with the thing that's in the content of the video start changing the content because I don't know why. I don't know how this must have gotten views. His channel was doing fine before, but when you see a channel like Review Tech USA suddenly stop reviewing tech and just start talking about internet drama, no one's fucking there for that. Why are you just like, that's got to blindside your audience.
Is anyone usually there for
No.
dog dick sucking?
Nope. No, that's what all the drama's about is everyone's like, the fuck is going on and why is this in my feed?
Seems out of left field.
Because
Like,
nobody asked for this. They subscribe to your channel because they want to see you review movies. And then you put a video up where you're suddenly defending bestiality and they think you're going to be reviewing a movie. So now they've clicked on something and they're like, I didn't consent to this. I didn't want this in my feed. And now YouTube's going to start feeding them because of how the algorithm works. YouTube is going to start feeding them because YouTube doesn't go by the thumbnail or the movie channel name. It goes by what the contents of the video is about. It transcribes all those videos. So now you're going to get a bunch of new videos in your feed on YouTube because you clicked what you thought was a review for a movie on a movie review channel and it was reviewing bestiality, and now the next day your YouTube feed is filled with videos of dogs and bestiality and shit, and it's going to have everyone going, the fuck have you been watching?
Well, I mean, I would hope YouTube ain't got a lot of that content, but then again, you never know.
No, I mean, it's not the actual bestiality, but you'll have videos on it. People talking about the topic, people defending the topic, or you get a bunch of furries and bullshit in your feed. Yeah.
I just don't understand how we got here. Like
How we got here is he put up a video defending bestiality because he fucks his dog and wants people to accept him for it.
I'm just saying, usually someone goes, well, this is my dog Buster, and I was watching a movie.
He's doing this
with
thing.
Buster.
No, he's doing this thing. No, he's doing this thing where he's defending it and acting like he's defending it for others. He doesn't fuck animals, but he doesn't want to demonize people who he's doing that thing. He's doing the I'm asking for a friend. No, he fucks animals.
Video review man.
Yeah, he fucks animals.
Yeah, like,
But he doesn't have the balls to own the fact that he does it. So he's like, if I knew someone who did and they weren't abusing the animal in the process, I don't think they should go to jail for it. I think that should be fine. Asking for a friend, is it okay if I fuck my dog? I mean, not my dog. My friend wants to fuck their dog. I'm asking for a friend. Can I fuck my dog now, please? Can I forget that? That's all this is.
Yeah, you're a movie review channel. Like, no one asked your opinion on this.
Yes, Review Tech USA only got big because he started doing drama. Yeah, I get that. No one cared about his review of technology. But at that point, either change your fucking channel name or start a second channel.
There you go.
Why is your fucking drama news channel still called Review Tech USA? You can change your name on YouTube for free at any time. Why did you keep the old name? So now everyone who watches your channel knows that you failed at reviewing tech. It's a pet peeve of mine. Just if you're gonna make your channel about a thing, just do that thing. And if you don't want to do that thing anymore, and your channel never became popular, then just delete all the old content, change the name, and keep going. Why embarrass yourself by leaving that part up? By highlighting your failure every time someone clicks on your name?
It still doesn't matter in this case, because, once again, no one asked for this.
Yep, well, no one asked for Review Tech USA to do drama. But that's all he does now.
I don't know, my brain can't wrap itself around. It's like, if all of a sudden one day you turned on your camera and decided to stream.
Look, sometimes it works out, and that's fun. Sometimes it works out. Like, sometimes you can stop doing a thing that everyone knows you for and that you were there for and start doing another thing, and it works out, and you can transition into a new thing. Back in the early 2000s, no one asked Google to do anything but search for shit on the internet. Now Google does everything, and people are asking for it. There are times where you can do it and not change your name. This isn't one of those times. He's not the Google of movie reviews, but I'm just saying sometimes it can work.
To do anything illegal.
Well, that's his argument. That's his entire argument. That's what the video is about. He thinks it shouldn't be illegal. It should be legalized. He's debating for it being legalized. That's the whole point of his video. Is that we shouldn't be putting people in jail for what he shouldn't be putting people in jail for what he says is a thought crime. You think the dog is being harmed, but there's no actual evidence of the dog being harmed.
Put a guy in jail for, talking about eating somebody.
I don't know about talking about eating somebody.
Yeah, like he was online and going back and forth with this woman or something.
It had to be more than just talking about it, because it's not illegal to talk about eating people.
No, it was.
But if he was making
he
like,
made purchases.
oh yes, okay, then you need to reframe that. He didn't get jailed for talking about eating people. He got jailed for starting the process of acting on it. He made purchases and he was doing it. Yes.
Long jail time, I don't think.
Yes,
But it was
just like
still enough
you
to
can
be-
talk about murder all day long, but
start
when you
buying
do
shit.
like the fucking Tiger King and you start buying shit and paying people to maybe murder someone, well, now you're not just, yes, you're still talking about murder, but it's in the process of planning said murder. Now that's a little different. That's a conspiracy to commit murder. That is a crime.
To stake out possible.
Yeah. Now you've made physical steps towards that goal, other than just talking about it. Talking about it is legal. You have freedom of speech. Conspiracy to commit murder, where you're actually planning and making steps towards completing that plan, that is a crime. Talking about bestiality, not a crime. He can talk about this shit all he wants. He should probably stop, but it's not illegal. No one's going to put him in jail for debating it should be legal.
I'm gonna look at you a little
If you-
sideways, though.
If you start taking your dog to BDSM sex parties and doing things that might make people think you're fucking your dog, well, now we got to have a different conversation. Now we,
Hey, my question is, does he have a dog?
yes. Of course he has a dog.
Someone needs to call the Humane Society.
Of course he has a dog. But he's not hurting his dog. Because his logic is, If a human were to start sucking their dog's dick, and the dog didn't try to bite them or fight them off, then he must be enjoying it. If he lets it happen to him, that is how you know a dog is consenting.
That's the same argument of, well, if you didn't want the sex, well, when someone tries to rape you, your body wouldn't let it happen. Like you know, things would shut down there.
Yeah, but you didn't fight them off. If you just laid there while it happened to you because you were traumatized or scared, well, no. You can't be traumatized and scared. You're consenting because that guy was raping you and you laid there and let it happen to you. And if you didn't want it, well, your pussy wouldn't have got wet. But it got real wet, so I know you wanted it. And you didn't say no, and you didn't fight back, so I guess you wanted it.
This is not how that works.
Yep, that's his argument. That's essentially how he's comparing it to the dog as well. The dog didn't try to bite me. The dog didn't try to fight me. It just laid there and let it happen to it, so he must have been enjoying it. I mean, his little red rocket came out, so I know he liked it. Which is
to take this man's dog
which
away from him.
which is why rape is oftentimes considered worse for a guy, or just as bad, if not worse, for a guy when a guy gets raped, because your dick gets hard, but you don't want it to. It's like a part of your body is disobeying you.
Yeah.
And it leads people to believe that, oh, look, he was hard as a rock. He was enjoying it. And that's why guys don't typically, there's a lot of times when guys are raped where if they're not raped by being penetrated, it's oftentimes not even considered rape because, if you weren't into it, your dick wouldn't have got hurt. That's not how dicks work. That's not how dicks work.
That works at all.
Fuck, that bitch could have slipped me a Viagra. I mean, there's a lot of ways. They literally make pills for that now. There's a lot of ways to get my dick hard without me wanting it hard. Sometimes it gets hard without my permission, without me.
Your dick gets hard just whenever.
Yeah, sometimes random boners happen and my dick gets hard when I don't want it hard without me being raped.
Sometimes, please, the wind could blow.
Any fucking teenage boy in high school has experienced this. Where you're sitting there in math class, you don't want your dick hard, you're not horny, you're not thinking about sexual thoughts, and all of a sudden, oh damn it, not now. I mean, sometimes it happens. That's not consent. It's not consent. Bodily reactions aren't consent. All right.
Yeah, I think this man needs to have his dog taken away from him.
I agree.
His cat too, if he's got any other animals, hamsters, whatever. Just any other pets.
Well, he later goes on to explain that like his only attraction to animals are fictional animals.
Okay, then just be a furry and be done with it.
No, but not fictional animals that are anthropomorphic, like they're human animals, but actual animals that are fictional. And he's attracted to them, but there are no animals like them in real life, so he's not attracted to any real life animals. For instance, he's admitted that he jerks off to Scar from The Lion King. Like that's the one that gets his dick hard. Like that's not an anthropomorphic animal. That's just a regular lion, but it talks, and that's what turns him on. So if we somehow ever find a way to make real life lions speak English, if they could talk to him, he would fuck them. Is essentially what he's saying. And you know what? I say we should let him. I want him to go try to have sex with him. I think we should. I think that's an appropriate way to end this debate, is say, you know what? You can prove us all wrong right now. I will buy you the plane ticket to Africa. We will go out, find a lion that looks like Scar. Find one. Yep,
We'll find you one.
Yeah, we'll find one who's maybe been in a fight, maybe even has a scar. And we'll find one, and we'll let you have sex with it. No punishment. We'll let you go. And you know what? If you survive this encounter, you've proven us all wrong.
Yep, go for it.
But if that lion destroys you and eats you, I will let it happen. I will let it happen. We will let nature take its course.
Whatever shall be done.
Whatever happens, happens. Show us how it's done. Your movie sucks. Go do it. Oh my God.
Oh, it's God's will.
Yep, we'll see what God's will permits.
So Adam claims he's always held certain positions, but now it turns out that that was false. Not only was he far more supportive of zoophilia in the past, he explicitly identified himself as a zoophilia supporter. He also claims he's gone on these rants multiple other times.
What?
I'm glad I don't know what this guy looks like. Because anytime I see him, I would automatically think about him wanking.
All right.
To lady in the
Picture
tramp.
picture Gabe from The Office
Oh God, no.
with Shaniqua fingernails.
What?
Yeah, he's got long fake fingernails. Long, very beautiful acrylic fingernails.
No, wait, no.
So Gabe
Did
from
you
The
say
Office.
Curly fingernails?
Huh?
Did you say curly?
No, acrylic, like
Acrylic,
fake.
okay.
Yes,
I was
long,
gonna say, are they
long
that
fake,
long that they started
long
curling
fake
on
fingernails.
themselves?
Like yes, type like this, because they're too long. You can't tap things anymore. So picture Gabe from The Office, but with that, and it's not like he's transitioning. He doesn't dress like a woman or do anything feminine.
likes the nails.
He's just Gabe from The Office, but with nails and weird shit, like that. Yeah.
No, just think of that episode of Bob's Burgers with Louise went.
Yeah, so if you want to know what he looks like, that's what he looks like. Gabe from The Office, and he's talking, and he looks like a normal dude, but then he raises his hands to make a point, and these fingers go out. I was like, oh my god, I did not think that's what his hands would look like. Where did that come from? Holy shit!
Not what you thought was gonna happen.
So much is starting to make sense now.
Yep, so much makes sense. Like, look.
He's probably got high heels on under the desk. He's just sitting there in girl shoes.
Flag, fly, whatever.
Under the desk. Like he's wearing a t-shirt and he's dressed like a normal dude, and then you see his hands, and you're like, whoa. And I bet under that desk he's wearing like panties and high heels or something.
Yeah,
And he just,
probably. You do whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy. I just do it with the knowledge of what you're doing. That's all I'm saying.
it's
But anyways,
it's fucking insanity.
Yeah. Anytime I would see him though, I would imagine him wanking it to Lady in the Tramp. You know the spaghetti scene? I bet you he's all about it.
No, this guy's all about the Lion King.
The Lion
Which
King
he
scene.
claims it's only fictional and like animated ones, not ones that are realistic, which make me go, okay, did you jerk off to Scar in the remake?
Probably not.
Because that one's made to look realistic.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of that one, is what if this were real life, but they could talk?
Yeah.
And if you jerked off to that one, you definitely fuck your dog.
Yeah, probably.
Like follow-up questions need to be asked now.
I have questions.
I have questions. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
It's fucking internet freaks, man.
Why? I just flash back to the good place. Why does everything have to be ruined? Why do we have to make it a sex thing? Why? Just can we not turn everything into a gross sex thing?
I mean, most normal people don't.
It just doesn't seem like it.
These are people who need therapy. Okay, these are people who, I don't know what's wrong with their brains, but yeah, they make everything sexual.
And
they
I
use-
might have the thing for them.
They're the Robert Californias of the world who have to insert sex into everything.
Into everything.
Do you want the nature metaphor or the sexual metaphor? Oh, nature, please. When two antelopes are, you're gonna want the sexual one. This one gets you're gonna want.
Like, maybe we should put him into a gorilla enclosure when the gorillas are like, in heat, and just let it happen, and maybe he'll get it out of the system.
I mean, he's not into gorillas. It's lions are his thing.
Fine.
But we're derailing here. Let me get back to this.
Times.
I'll say this again. I went on this same rant in like 20 other videos.
He seems to have some heavy personal investment in the subject. It doesn't seem like a random thought experiment. If you look at the full highlight, his arguments and examples are very similar to the ones he brings up now. He's clearly lied and omitted that he supported zoophilia in the past, so his credibility isn't looking too hot. But it only gets worse. In his response to Rob's video, he decided to accuse him of sending nudes to minors and for grooming children. He repeated the claim on Twitter and then retweeted an implication that Rob is a pedophile. What's the basis for these claims? Rob showed the name of Adam's NSFW Twitter account and described some posts from it. Adam claims he is worried about kids being funneled to the account through Rob's video. So why didn't he set that account to protected? It's his account. If he genuinely believed that mass...
True. If he was really worried about kids on the account and that's why this content shouldn't be there when he's calling out the guy who criticized him, then why aren't his videos on the topic set to age restricted? That's not a thing YouTube does. You can do that yourself. You can tell YouTube when you upload a video, hey, this isn't meant for minors. I do it with most of mine because I don't want kids watching my commentary. So I don't click that little box that says this is for kids. And you can go a step further and say it's only for adults and set it to 18 and up. Like, all of that's possible. Why didn't he do that? If he's saying the guy criticizing him should do it, why didn't he do it? He's just talking about the stuff in your video, sir.
Of minors were flowing to it. Shouldn't he have done that? Adam clearly doesn't believe that this is a real issue. It's a total distraction. He did a bit in one of his videos where he shows himself going to a furry porn website and then describes some of the posts.
Predator pornography. I should look some up right now.
Oh, look.
And remember, he didn't mark this video as adults only. So he's going above and beyond. Like, the guy criticizing him, kids could see this and you could be giving them the idea. And he literally, in his video that he didn't restrict, that kids could see, say, predator pornography. Well, let's look up some of that right now. And then show you how to find predator pornography. He did that in a video that he didn't age restrict for children to see. His is a literal tutorial for how to find predator pornography.
He's at a YouTube studio blur. Covering up that one letter will really do wonders. He's telling kids about a website full of thousands and thousands of videos and images, and he's showing himself going on it like it's all normal. It's a casual, normal thing to do.
I didn't describe
He definitely has it bookmarked.
any of these images beyond saying, oh, a demigorgon's in one, haha, that's funny. I didn't say what sex act.
It's not about you describing the images or saying what's in them. It's about the fact that you showed those children who could be watching your channel where to find them, so they can go look at them themselves, which I would argue is worse than having it described to them.
Are taking place in the images. I didn't say who was penetrating who. And also, it's not in the context of let's shame this person, right? It's not in that context. It's in the context of, haha, this movie's so boring that I'm going to look up porn.
No, that literally makes it worse. Rob is
Yes, thank you.
telling the kids in his audience, people who go on these websites and enjoy this material are disgusting degenerates and they should be ashamed. If Rob has impressionable children in his audience who take what he says seriously, do you think they're more or less likely to visit those sites? How do you think the impressionable children in your audience respond to you showing looking up porn as a casual thing to do when you're bored? You review and talk about kids' movies. There's no way you have 0 kids in your audience.
True.
Also, you have absolutely no business having this tone, given your history.
Don't post that shit in chat. Don't post links. I'm pretty sure certain states have.
And look at that, they already found the links. Here's you admitting that the people, even though you quote-unquote censored it by blurring out one letter, that the people in your chat were able to find the link and started posting it. So it was even being posted in your chat. Because you did this live like an idiot.
Laws against that, so I don't want any of that porn in this chat. Animated porn, that's okay, but I would.
So you're admitting you want the kids in your chat to be able to see animated porn?
Would ask that mods would regulate to make sure. I didn't even click on the link, so I don't know if what you posted was legit or not. But I'm just saying, no actual animal porn in my chat, please. I don't want that shit.
His first objection to what he perceives is animal porn being linked to his chat is on the basis of legality, not morality. And then he okayed people posting what he calls animated animal porn. Now, that doesn't mean that he doesn't morally object to legit animal porn. But if you have a history of enabling this kind of culture in your chat, especially on a site like Twitch, which is 13+, you probably shouldn't jump into unhinged pedophilia allegations.
And yes, in that comment, I say this is grooming behavior, and I call him out in all caps, and I do a little schizo shit, right?
Damn it.
I was ass mad because I was typing this as I was at TIFF, in between fucking, running around watching 4 movies a day.
I don't think that Rob showing Adam's NSFW Twitter name is funneling kids to adult content in any meaningful way. I'm saying that as someone who knows what it looks like when a YouTuber is profiting from exposing masses of minors to porn, and has been getting away with it for years.
For a literal decade at this point.
PewDiePie, the face of YouTube. In 2015, he made a video reacting to a child porn cartoon because it was a popular meme on 4chan, an 18-plus website. He has a massive, young, and impressionable audience.
Yeah, but in his case, it was an honest mistake that he was young, dumb, and didn't think about it, which is different than doing it intentionally.
And he still decided to show them this adult material.
Am I watching child porn for YouTube? Is this where we are right now? Because it looks like.
Because it's just him looking at memes, and then he saw that meme and was like, is this the thing? You know the website to find nothing but that content. I don't think PewDiePie's actually jerking off to fucking animated porn. He's just looking up memes and being like, is this a porn meme? What the fuck? Yeah, his was a what the fuck moment. Yours was a that's hot.
The video isn't age restricted, and if you look at the comments, your worst fears are confirmed. How many of you are under 13?
That's just the comments. How many people liked the comment?
Look at that! Look how old he is! He's like 12! How is this okay?
This video has 14 million views. PewDiePie easily made $100,000 off of this video while exposing millions of children.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, ad rates vary, and it depends on watch time. But yeah, he made a pretty penny off of it.
To adult content that could normalize adult-child relationships to them. It continues to receive comments from children to this very day, who request instructions on how to find the material, and then they report back being disturbed and shocked after seeing it.
Hello, today I'm playing.
They are publishing these comments for any internet predator in the world to see, telling them that they are a child who's been exposed to adult material. Some might say it's the parents' responsibility to make sure their kids don't see this stuff, but
No, I mean, to a degree, but there's only so much parents can do as a parent. This is always a childless person's take to say, well, the parents should be stopping, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but if it's showing up on the YouTube Kids app because YouTube said it was safe for kids, then that's not on the parents. Parents did everything they were supposed to do. They turned on parental controls. They gave them the app that was supposed to be, if a thing is supposed to be approved for kids, then at some point the platform becomes responsible for making sure that the content on there meets the guideline that they say it does. If they're telling parents it's for kids, so parental controls won't block it, and then you're showing them things that aren't for kids, that's not on the parents anymore. That's now on you, Chief. You lied to the parents.
this is a 13-plus website. One of the kids literally reports having watched it in a school computer lab. How is a parent supposed to stop that? I'm not judging PewDiePie
Exactly. Thank you. Finally, a non-fucking childless take on this.
using modern standards here. There were plenty of people in his comments from the start saying he's exposing kids to this stuff and requesting for the video to get age restricted. However, those pleas fell on deaf ears. For some reason,
And that is when it falls to YouTube. Is when they've had all of the fucking warning signs in the world that because they have the ability to age restrict a video if PewDiePie doesn't. The responsibility now falls to PewDiePie for being told it should be age restricted, not changing it himself, and then to YouTube after that for being told, hey, this creator won't age restrict this video that's clearly not appropriate for kids, and YouTube not doing it for him. No part of that is on the parents.
the media didn't care about this either. It's not like he said the N-word. Now that's a real story. Do I think it would be legitimate to call PewDiePie a pedophile and a child groomer for this?
No, just a moron.
No, I still think that this is gross neglect. What about Adam, though? He's left in a pretty...
Now, Adam has openly defended it, which is different than what PewDiePie did. PewDiePie was just neglectful. He was stupid. He didn't think before he made his content. You specifically thought about this as your content and did it. That is way different. The intention matters.
unenviable situation. He's a furry who enjoys explicit illustrations of animals, and he's been obsessed with debating the morality of zoophilia for over 10 years. Now it's revealed that he totally lied to his audience about never having supported zoophilia. Not only was he a supporter of zoophilia, he believed he was on the right side of history, and that it would be normalized in 10 years. After already having been caught lying about his position, he has to convince everyone he doesn't still secretly support zoophilia. He also needs people to believe him when he says that his attraction to explicit...
Yeah, after finding out he's on the wrong side of history, instead of apologizing and being like, well, I was wrong, you guys were right, and just taking the L, he now needs to convince everybody that, well, I'm not really into that myself. Society just, yeah, he has to move the goalposts.
illustrations of animals has no connection with being attracted to real animals. At least he didn't claim to be a zoophile in that old stream. That's already something, but being willing to admit you're pro-zoophilia is one level of crazy. Being willing to admit you're a zoophile is another. There is one way in which Adam can potentially demonstrate.
Yeah, I mean, at least he didn't admit to being a criminal. So, yeah, that doesn't make any of this okay. I didn't say it wasn't one of those. I just would want to put people in jail who were. Yeah, that still doesn't make it okay. I can understand why you wouldn't admit to it being a crime, because then you might go to jail. In fact, I respect you a little less for the argument because you're not willing to, you know, stand on business and take that risk yourself.
That he has actually changed his mind and that he's not hiding his power level. People have been calling for Rob to debate Adam on bestiality, but I think Adam should
I'll do it. I'll debate him on bestiality. This sounds fun.
debate his past self instead. Debate yourself now! Break out the studies and the citations and walk us step by step on how you arrived at your current position from this past one. That's all I have to say about Adam. So, where is my big video? It was supposed to come out on
There we go. Tell us about the mood oral.
the 11th, but now it's almost October. I'd like to apologize for causing a disappointment. Announcing that date was really stupid because I was nowhere near finished, and my estimates were completely off. You might question, how can it take so long for me to make this video about the secret feud that caused Mutahar's post-Nux clarity, especially given how basic the editing in this video is? The answer is pretty simple. I'm putting a lot more effort into that video than I did in this one.
Also, even basic editing, that's not where the majority of the time in videos like this go. The majority of the time goes from the script writing and the research. The actual editing part where you're just, you know, putting up the relevant screenshots and stuff over top of your dialogue, that's the easy part. The hard part is like all the time you have to spend putting this all together before you actually make it into a video.
I'm aiming to cause maximum impact, and I'll be leaving you with a teaser, which I hope demonstrates.
And it's even going to take you even longer if you're somebody who's, which I don't know if Nick Andros is like this or not, but a lot of these guys who make these, you know, YouTube documentary video essay style videos, they tend to be kind of perfectionist, where they need to, everything's got to be perfect. Like they want to make sure they don't leave anything out. They want their argument to be as rock solid as possible. They want to be as correct as possible. So they tend to, good ones will take their time and make sure that everything is 100% the way they want it before they post it.
That I am doing something.
Not what I was expecting from the way you said you wanted the editing to be better. I mean, this is clearly you're taking the time to teach yourself After Effects, but it's still not anything crazy. I mean, it's more than what you're doing here, I'll give you that. It's also more than I can do. I have a long way to go to learn video editing. And to be honest with you, I don't want to learn. Just want the content and commentary to be good, and just have a good intro, and that's usually enough for me. If my YouTube channel takes off to the point where I can do this for a living, then I'll put that kind of work in by hiring an editor who knows how to do that stuff for me, because I don't want to learn After Effects. That looks very hard and time consuming, and I don't like video editing to begin with. Just cutting the clips to make a good intro and try to make this stuff enjoyable and make it into shorts and stuff is already the least enjoyed part of what I'm doing right now. And by that I mean I hate it. Okay, so that was the end of his video. I thought he was going to say more after that. But there you go. You guys wanted to know. You guys wanted to know about Your Movie Sucks. You wanted to know what the big deal was. There you go. Now you got it. Was that what you were expecting? Did I live up to the hype? Or does anybody in my chat actually agree? Like, am I misreading this? Do you think maybe it's not actually harming the animal, so it should be fine? Is there anybody in this chat who at all agrees with this? Who doesn't see the issue here? Who think people are blowing this out of proportion? Do I have any defenders in my chat at all? Speak now. No judgment. I won't say your name out loud. Oh my God. There we go. One dead violent. Alright. Well, that'll do it for that one. What was the last one I had on the docket? Which, by the way, if you guys enjoyed this one, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Dislike the video if you dislike it. And if you think Adam's right, you can defend him in my comment section. All engagement's good engagement as far as I'm concerned, so have at it. But thanks for watching this one. We go live every night at 12. If you guys want to be part of the conversation, come join us. Until the next one, see you guys later.